Hello, welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going back over to the place to brew 11 days of Christmas. 11 different brewers rather, brewing on the homebrew for the Homebrew Collective. Put it into a box and an advent calendar. You know, an amazing idea. Big massive thank you to everybody who's participated in this and everybody over at Place to Brew. You know, absolutely amazing kind gift. So this is number 7. I kind of missed 2 days and I had to go back because me being me, I didn't bloody read it properly. But anyway, so you're reusing an Adnams bottle. So love the fact that they're reusing bottles. You know, it's a very good thing to do. So bit of a Christmassy theme going on. It's called Petite. Do know a song about that somewhere along the lines. It's from Radio Brewing Co. Now the only thing, ABV is 3%. So I'm not sure if that's missing there. It is actually 3%. Yeah. So bottled on 24th of the 11th 2024. Don't open before 15th of the 12th. We are now the 3rd of January 2025. God, don't these days go quick. You have a lovely time off for Christmas, for the most part at least, and it's lovely to be off work. Don't get me wrong. So here we go. There's my bin. Oh dear, sheds a bomb site. Oh, so here we go. Let's pop a smoke there. And there we can see. Do apologise. I've left a sheet of paper up the house with the person who's brewed it, or people. But we've got the Radio Brewing Company, so that's interesting. Obviously, Place to Brew is in Daybrook, but these people could come from all over Nottingham, Derby, Leicester, and further afield, I suppose, in some ways. So when we look at this pour, it's got a brownie colour to it in this light. There we go. Bit of a white head going on. 3%, so bear in mind I'm drinking at freezing temperature. It's not warm in here. It's not pleasant at all. Got a slight fruity aroma. Hints of banana, bit of peach really came through, and on the taste, it's followed into the taste. Yeah, a lower ABV wheat beer. Obviously, I would have preferred to drink this warmer. Wife's got somebody in to get a cake, so I'm not in the kitchen. I'm back in the beer room, and it's freezing. So get drinking, do a review, get back up the house and get one. Oh. I'll be absolutely honest, I'm not the world's biggest fan of wheat beers. I had a real problem with wheat beers at one stage. But over the years, with doing beer reviews, I appreciate the styles more than I have it used to. Oh, it's got a lovely bite to it. To be fair, it's holding out really nice. Really, it's you wouldn't know it's 3%. I mean, unless there's something missing off there and it's more than 3%, like 4.3 or 5.3. But again, you wouldn't know. I hadn't. It's one of those things where, and I rattle this off because I've a hatred for breweries bringing out wishy-washy beers that they make as 3.4%, chuck a load of hops in, don't do any work on the beer beforehand to make sure that the beer is good. Sometimes this is where small batches are brilliant, because small batch releases for breweries are a great thing, because you can look at recipes first, try them, and obviously they're still going to get the same amount of work goes into a small batch as it does a big batch, but you're not brewing 2,000 litres or something, and for it to be not the greatest. And some breweries locally have done it well, and some not so. And nationally, obviously, not just locally. So oh my God, I'm cold. I've got the itches as well. I suffer with prickly heat, so it's going down well. There's a lovely fruitiness to it. That'd sit well in a craft on keg. 3% wheat beer. Don't often hear 3% wheat beers. I mean, it's usually some sort of hoppy, hazy craft beer at 3%, and around that. So for a wheat beer at this size, this ABV, and it delivers. It delivers. You can't fault that. Red Hill Brewing Company is just another. I mean, if we look at local breweries that have come from a homebrew background, Dungeon Brewing over in Derbyshire, obviously at the moment, for reasons that he has posted on his own social media, he's obviously not brewing for a while. I assume at some stage, touch wood, he'll be back and, gracing us with his amazing brews, and hopefully I'll go up and see him as well. Probably do a collab brew up there with him. But we look at Grumpy Fish, and we look at Magpie. The people who've come from Place to Brew, and who've come from that sort of background, homebrew background. So it can be done. A lot of work, but I think using it as a hobby first, and then seeing how much you want to go, how much you can afford to go, is a thing. And brewing beers different, making good beer is critical. I mean, I've been in many a pub, and I've had to chuck a beer. I started to review it, and I had to stop the review because I would have, if I was going to be honest, I'd have said, bloody hell, it tastes like cabbage. So something's not right with the beer. So rather than be really horrible, I just don't post the review. And And this was at a pub that can keep their beer, that usually their beer is in top form. So that was an odd one. For me, I assume it was probably too early. They cracked it open and served it too early. That's the way I see it. And I wasn't the only one who said it, obviously, because sometimes you have to look at your own taste buds and say, am I right or am I wrong? And I was right, yes, sadly. Ooh. So, a lovely wheat beer, hits the notes on all that, like an Esters, banana, lots of mixed fruit going off, 3%, wow, stunning. You wouldn't think it. Would I drink it again? Yep. Out of 5 for me, yeah, good 4.2 out of 5. And that's my review, a cold one. Cheers.